we have created a Google document to help you to organize the information in your course. To access this document, go to the following URL. This should open a Google spreadsheet. Notice that the current tab says Stone, that's my name, followed by Earth Science, that's the course I'm developing. The first time you open this document, there will not be a tab for you, so we need you to create one. To do so, click on the plus mark in the bottom left corner and add a sheet. When the new tab appears, click on the small triangle and select Rename. We're going to name this by using your last name, followed by the course that you're developing. The last thing you need to do is copy the titles of the columns. The easiest way to do this is by opening My tab, selecting the first row, copying it, and then pasting it into your own document. You are welcome to adjust the column size to make the page display the way you would prefer. And now you're ready to begin. I'm going to show you an example on my own tab of what we would like you to do next. The first column is labeled Term. Most of our online courses are divided into 4 quarters, imitating the academic school year. Within each term there are several units. Within each unit there are several topics. And within each topic there is a list of facts or skills that you would like the students to master. For example, Term 1, Unit 1, my students are going to learn about the Big Bang. The first fact that I expect them to know is a definition. The Big Bang was the moment when energy, matter, space, and time exploded into being. Notice, on the far right, there's an additional column, Rank. This is where you get to determine how important this piece of information is within the larger framework of your course. In the far right, there is a number key to let you know how to rank these. 1 is crucial. This is a fact that is so important that you don't want to give students credit for your course unless they have mastered this particular concept. Number 2 is moderate. It's an important piece of information, and you would like the students to remember it. But if they forget on a unit test, you're not automatically planning to fail them. Number 3 is a surface concept. This is something that's interesting and you plan to share it with your students, but you have no intention of actually including it on the end of unit exam. Let's see. How important do I think this definition is? I'm going to rank it as a level 1. If we're spending an entire unit on the Big Bang, I expect the students to at least know what it was. But what other information do I want them to know? Well, the Big Bang occurred 14 billion years ago. I'm going to rank this fact as a level 2. I think it's important for the students to know the age of our universe, but on the test, if they forget the exact number, it's not the end of the world. In addition to learning about the Big Bang, another topic we're going to talk about is evidence. Why do we think the Big Bang happened? A major piece of evidence is that most stars are red-shifted. This supports Big Bang theory. I'm going to rank this as a level 1 because it's explicitly listed on Utah's state core. However, you need to be careful that there are no holes or missing pieces in your fact sheet. In addition to knowing that most stars are red-shifted, I also want students to know what redshift is. When a star moves away from the Earth, its light is stretched wide. This is called redshift. Now the students have context for the previous fact. However, I've opened another potential question. Why is this called redshift in the first place? It might be interesting for the students to know that red has wider waves than any other color. Now, this particular fact is interesting, but I'm not planning to actually include it on a test, so I'm only going to rank it as a level 3. Remember that this list is not only for facts, it should also include skills. I'm not just interested in what my students know, I'm also interested in what they can do. Students will be able to look at an emission spectrum and identify whether redshift has occurred. This isn't a fact, it's an ability, but I want my students to have it. Now that you get the idea, it's your turn. Create a tab for your subject and start filling out the fact sheet. Eventually, you will have mapped out your entire course. We plan to use this list to tighten our online courses and to assure that our end-of-unit assessments are targeting the right information.